Good afternoon, people, Jamaica lovers, Jamaicans, everybody who I visit. We just have a beautiful, fun time playing in the waves them, and we just want to tell everybody it, no matter what age, get out and enjoy your beach them and the water and the sea and the sand and the sun. Jamaica's such a beautiful place. Me is at Boston Beach at the free part. Me not paying no $500. Me just come down the big stairs them and swim for free. All right, walk good.
So guys, after people from other Caribbean countries were really angered by the fact that Jamaica is the most recognized country in the Caribbean, even others went ahead to a point that they were questioning that what makes Jamaica think that they are the most recognized country in the Caribbean. Well, in today's video, I have a bunch of videos whereby white people have come out and sampled and given us the reasons as to why Jamaica is the most recognized country in the Caribbean. We've seen Jamaica being crowned as the most influential country in the world and in the Caribbean. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to play for you videos, and that has just been a sample or rather a portion of the video. So let me play for you the full videos and then I'll be back with a few comments. But remember, first thing first, if you're watching my videos for the first time, if you come across my channel for the first time, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up.
Here's 5 reasons why Jamaica is the best country in North America. Starting with food, you have African, British, Spanish and Indian influence all in one nation, and this gives you spice, it gives you diversity, and it just gives you some of the best flavors in the world. The national dish, ackee and saltfish, absolutely incredible, very, very unique, and it doesn't taste like fish that you'll get in most parts of the world. They usually use cod, and it has a very, very salty taste, of course, but also incredible. Then you have jerk chicken and jerk pork, two absolutely incredible proteins to eat, but jerk chicken is obviously amongst the best chicken you can just eat in general. Curry goat, oxtail stew, the list could go on, but if you are like me and as pale as I am, make sure you don't get it too spicy. Rice and peas, brown stew chicken, the list is endless. Let's move on to the next bit. So for me, the most important way to judge a country is the people. And the people within Jamaica are some of the nicest people you will ever meet. Some of the most peaceful, some of the most at peace people ever. And this is partly because of the one love culture. Obviously, largely influenced by Bob Marley, but also largely influenced by Rastafari culture. The country's motto is literally out of many, one people. It's about unity, peace and respect, no matter where you are from. Jamaica is also a mixing pot of different ethnicities, cultures, and many people are surprised when they go to Jamaica and realize that there are many white Jamaicans with fully Jamaican accents. However, this is just normal to the Jamaicans. But I have to say, living on an island nation like Jamaica, with the sunshine, with the breeze, with the tropical ocean around you, I mean, I can see why so many people are at peace, as well as the organic food that they literally get from their own country, and they aren't importing much. They're just so chilled, so relaxed. And I remember when I asked for the time in Jamaica, the response was there are only 2 times in Jamaica, daytime and nighttime. Then you got the home of reggae, some of the best Afro-Caribbean music you're ever going to listen to. And reggae is just a vibe. Anybody can listen to it. Again, it comes into that community thing where it is about unity. It's not about division. It is for everybody. Jamaicans have also faced some tough times throughout history, so they also have this pride within their own nation, this togetherness and this resilience. The communities are tight-knit, supportive, and they do want you to come to the country. Don't get me wrong, areas like Kingston at night can be a little bit dangerous, but the majority of Jamaica is a friendly, welcoming place, and a lot of media narratives are completely wrong about Jamaica. I absolutely love it. It's an incredible country, the country of one love, and I'm going back next year. Let me know what country you're from and if you want me to feature it.
Boy, that last video I did about Jamaica being the best in the Caribbean, responding to the girl, that really make y'all vexed? Wow. Apparently I don't know anything about the Caribbean because I only think of Jamaica. Not true. Let me explain. When we say people only think about Jamaica, when you mention the Caribbean, this is what I meant. If you're a vacationer, if you're a traveler, you know that when you go to the Bahamas, there's nothing there but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beaches. Yes, Bahamas, Trinidad, Tobago, St. Lucia, all of them has beautiful, beautiful beaches. But that's all they have. Their food isn't that good. The people aren't that friendly. From my experience, I'm speaking on my experience. I haven't been to Trinidad and Tobago, but I've been to the Bahamas, St. Croix, and some other places. When you come to Jamaica, it's not just beaches. We have waterfalls and rivers and zip lining and ATV, cliff jumping and bamboo rafting and horseback riding and dolphin swimming and snorkeling and deep sea fishing, and the list goes on and on and on of things to do in Jamaica other than stay in your resort. And don't even mention the party vibes. From the time you step off the plane, it's a whole party, even just coming down the aisle with your luggage. The entire island is a turn up the whole time you're there. And the food, oh my God, the food is so amazing in Jamaica. I can smell the jerk chicken right now. Jerk pork, oh God. And the oxtail, and the ackee and saltfish, and the breadfruit, and the dumplings, and the, I don't like dumplings, but you get me though. The food's so good. And the vibe, everywhere you go, people welcome you. They say hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. They make sure you're good. Even if you take off walking out of your resort, people are going to check on you and make sure you're good. Of course, you're going to have your hustlers. It's everywhere. But in general, Jamaican people love their visitors. And the vibe is unmatched across the entire Caribbean. I don't care what you say. So when you say I know nothing about the Caribbean, I stand to correct you, sir. Jamaica may not be the only place in the Caribbean, but it is the best place if you want to have a good time and a good party vibe and memories to last a lifetime. Jamaica's the one.
These are the five biggest cultural shocks I suffered as a Cuban moving to Jamaica. If you're new here, hi, my name is Flor. I am Cuban and I've been living in Jamaica for 21 years. And we still remember them five shockers here like it's today. Number one, throwing the toilet paper in the toilet. Cuba is a very different place right now, but back in my days, you couldn't do that. First of all, we didn't even add toilet paper. We did use newspaper, and then you have the little basket beside the toilet, and then you would have put the paper in there. So me did put the toilet paper in the basket, and my mother-in-law had by mistake couple times. Number two, meat. When I went to Jamaica, I went to live with my mother-in-law, and she did have a helper. So the helper would have cook. And the first time I see the helper cooking, I swear, say, they might keep a welcome party for me. And I was like, oh my God, it looked like I missed the notice that they're keeping a welcome party. And then when dinner time come, miss everybody, I share them plate. And I'm like, no party, no, I keep again. And I asked my husband, and I say, oh, no, I keep party or something. He said, no, why you are asking? I said, but me I see a pot full of meat in the stove. Like, what is that? And he said, no, that is how we cook here. I'm like, excuse me? You see, in my Cuba, the one that I was coming from, we cook a little tiny piece of meat and it's counted per person. Let's use an example of a chicken very quick. My family will slaughter a chicken at home. We take part of the chicken to make soup. That will be the 2 foot, the neck, and the intestines. The soup will be one meal. Another meal will be the leg and thigh them. And another meal will be the breast and the chicken back. 3 meals, 3 different meals out of one chicken. Me never adjust to them abundance them there. I was shocked. Number three, it was the lack of public display of love. You see, in Cuba, people are kiss, people are hug, people are make out, people are fill up one another in a public. People sometimes even in a public. And most time did I have to find myself holding back when I was in public with my husband. And every time, like if I kissed him or anything, I just felt like everybody was like, what are you doing? Get a room. You know, it was very uncomfortable. And 21 years later, after practicing that, I have found after visiting Colombia and Brazil, which are places where people do that, just like in Cuba, I feel like, boy, me really miss out in hug and kisses. Number four, Jamaicans bathe a morning time. In Cuba, nobody no do that. I am not saying it's because we are nasty people, but because we don't really have the resources, we don't have the water, we don't have soap. We bathe 2 times for the day. So in a Cuba, it's normal for a man to wake up a morning time, wash his face, and a woman wake up a morning time and she wash her face and she wash her and go about them business. Number five, and this was one of the biggest adjustments I had to make. And it was wearing a brassiere and just changing my general way of dressing. Jamaicans' way of dressing, Jamaicans' style is impeccable. I have been to many different countries and I have never seen anybody who dresses as well as a Jamaican does. And I am so glad and thankful that I adopted that type of that part of the culture, because my IG name is Flor Cubana, that style, thanks to Jamaica. I literally went to Jamaica without a brassiere. I never did wear one to begin with. One of the first type of shopping that my mother-in-law took me to was to buy underwear. She's like, do you want to go shopping? I said, I couldn't even say yes. And she's like, let's just go buy some brassieres. My to them never did long. I was 20 years old, okay? And another thing was adjusting to the way that you dress to go to work. You see, when a Jamaican dress to go to work, it come like them a go out somebody wedding, you know. Everybody dress up. It dress up with so much taste and meticulously. I had to adjust that because in Cuba, you just wear your shorts and slippers to go at work. No matter what your line of work is, nobody know a dress up figure at work. So I had to take time to learn that part of Jamaican culture, and it was an absolute shock to see that somebody who works in a very regular industry, meaning like this person is not a lawyer or a doctor, that they dress up to the T. So these are the 5 shockers that I lived when I moved to Jamaica back in 2003. I'm a tell Uno give thanks for what Uno have, because some people like Cubans don't have it like you do. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tyrell Reactions, and I have to appreciate you all for the love and support you have shown me up to this point. Now, back to our video. We've seen videos of people from the other Caribbean countries whereby they seem to be irritated, angered by the fact that Jamaican is the most influential country in the world. And that Jamaica, since Jamaica was crowned as since Jamaica gained the global recognition in the Caribbean, this info didn't really sit well with a lot of people. And these people are the fellow Caribbean countries. Now, in this case, we've seen these videos whereby the white people, they have come out and given us the reasons as to why Jamaica is the most favorable country in the Caribbean. And we've seen videos whereby people are saying, if not for Jamaica, Caribbean will not be recognized. Others even say that they don't know anything about the Caribbean, but they know a lot about Jamaica. This shows us that Jamaica's global recognition is massive, and that's why we're seeing a lot of people being angered by the fact that Jamaica is the best in the Caribbean. Now, I'd love to analyze, or rather give a few comments regarding the videos that we've just watched, and regarding the fact that Jamaica is the most recognized country in the Caribbean. Now, for one, I'd love to say this. Jamaicans are really bold and smart people, and in this case, we have seen other countries question, like, why do Jamaicans think that they are the most favorable country in the Caribbean? Why do they think that they are the most influential country in the Caribbean? Now, I'll have to give a few reasons. Now, for one, Jamaicans, they don't fear anything. That's one. And the reasons as to why I'm saying they don't fear anything, you might find that Jamaicans do these little things that people find awkward or rather weird to do. And when you are bold enough to stand by what you believe in, when you are bold enough to do something that people or other people are not capable of doing or rather afraid of doing, that decision, that choice that you've made alone, it just puts you on the limelight. Like, it makes you to be recognized by a lot of people. Now, another fact is that Jamaica have the most beautiful beaches in the Caribbean. But the saddest thing is that we've had cases whereby the government of Jamaica is reportedly selling out these public beaches to private entities. And in this case, you find out that these people who buys these private public beaches, they end up privatizing them. And in this case, the Jamaicans are denied entry to their own public beaches. Now, that's one of the saddest things. Now, another thing I'd love to talk about is that Jamaicans have given us the most delicious dishes around the world. The curry chicken, the rice and peas, and it reminds me of the previous video whereby there is this lady from Guyana who was actually fighting Jamaica over peas and rice. And I loved the fact that a lot of Jamaicans came out and said that Jamaicans, or rather Jamaica, is not competing with Guyana at any point. What they can do is that lady, or rather Guyana, as a country, they can keep the peas and rice, while Jamaicans can be proud of their rice and peas. Now, that really made sense to me, and that's how Jamaicans wins these fights that people keep on bringing out to the internet. Now, another thing I'd love to say is that we've seen how bold Jamaicans have been. They don't fear anything. We've seen videos of white people say that if you want to be on the safest side with Jamaicans, make sure you respect them. Their cultural beliefs, their like how they just do everything in Jamaica. When you step in Jamaica, make sure you respect them. And if you don't respect their cultural, their food, their like everything in their country, you're going to face it rough with Jamaicans. And that's not a new thing, because we've seen what happened with Miss Netta when she tried to disrespect the Jamaican dishes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to say this to those countries hating on Jamaicans, because of its global recognition. You should focus on what Jamaicans are doing. Do love your country. Those things that you find petty or rather weird, you just do them. It doesn't matter who is watching, but just do them. You embrace your culture, you embrace your country, you love your like everything. That's what puts Jamaica on the world map. Like, Jamaicans, they have learned to embrace everything in their country. And if you offend them, if you step on the wrong foot with Jamaicans, you are going to face it rough with them. And that's one of the things that led me to say that Jamaica is indeed a bold country. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Tyrell Reactions. Remember, if you're coming across my videos for the first time, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment. To my returning subscribers, my returning viewers, I have to say thank you so much for the love and support you've been showing unto me up to this point. So until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.